Hi, and welcome to 30 Days of Brave Thinking. I'm Mary Morrissey, and today I'm offering you a gift that will help you stay calm, help you discover that even during very, very turbulent times, you have a power in you that you can actually call upon, and instead of being taken down by a difficult time, you can actually find a way to have this be one of the most empowering times of your life. So it's completely free. It's the fruit of many, many years of study of transformation, and I'm giving it to you. For 40 years, my mission has been in helping people, empowering people, and training people in how to have a mindset that's a match to the results they want to have in their lives, how to move results from one set of results to another set of results that are more empowering, more life-giving, more fruitful for them, for their families, for their workplace, and literally for our world. And it works. I've been working with this for my entire life, helping tens of thousands of people all over the world, and especially in difficult moments like this one. I believe that the right thing to do is give everything I can give you completely free here. And in 30 days, you can establish a set point, a mindset point, and a way of understanding how you can use even the most difficult times in your life to actually help you catapult your life forward. Not because so much of the difficult time or in spite of it, but because of how you went through the difficult time. And if you just keep breathing, you're going to create results anyway. And since we're in this difficult time, why not use it to the benefit of you, your dreams, the impact you can bring, and the difference you can offer? So I'm happy to make this offer to you. It's completely free. So to support you today, I'm going to share with you a short video clip from my signature 3-day event, DreamBuilder Live. During that event, people come from all over the world, hundreds of people, to learn how to face their challenging circumstances, release feelings of fear and doubt and worry, and have real skill sets in how to apply the invisible spiritual laws that govern all our results and use the application of those in service of creating results in a life they absolutely love living. So yes, we're facing some difficult times. So let's pull upon this training for each one of us to help us use this time in a truly constructive way. I hope you enjoy this clip. So before we begin, take a deep breath. Take another one. Bring yourself into the present moment. Stay inside this day and inside this present moment. Make sure your notifications, your pings and dings that might come to you through your technology are shut off. So much coming at us. Let's take some moments now and turn to what's seeking to emerge to us and through us. Let's begin.
All right. This man, Andrew Carnegie, considered to be, at the time, he was the wealthiest man in the entire world. He spent first half of his life earning money, the second half of it as a philanthropist. And in the United States, if you've ever been to a public library, you largely have Andrew Carnegie to thank for that. He believed that the common person should have access to becoming self-educated and did not have to pay to go to a university to do that, that we should all have access to all the books that we want to read or get our hands on. And he supported that and supported that. There was a young writer in his late 20s, struggling, living in a studio apartment with his young wife. And as a freelance writer, he only made money when he sold an article. And so he thought, if I could just interview somebody really famous, I could sell that article and it would put us in a better place in life with more income if I sell that article. And so he talked to his publisher about helping him get an interview with Andrew Carnegie. And they worked months on that interview, and finally Andrew Carnegie accepted the interview with this young writer whose name was Napoleon Hill. And so Napoleon Hill went on a Friday and was interviewing Andrew Carnegie. At the end of that interview, Andrew Carnegie said to Napoleon Hill, this has been a good interview. It's about 90 minutes long. But if you really wanted to interview me, you would need to stay for the weekend. Mrs. Carnegie and I will be here this weekend. The guest cottage out back is available. You could stay in the cottage. We could take some walks together. You could have dinner with us tomorrow night. And then on Sunday afternoon, we could complete the interview. And of course, Napoleon Hill jumped at the chance to be able to do this. And the interview process of Andrew Carnegie proceeded through the weekend. It was now Sunday evening, and Napoleon Hill was about to leave, and Andrew Carnegie said, "Come to my office." And he sat, Andrew Carnegie, behind his desk, had Napoleon Hill sit in a chair in front of his desk. And I said, "Napoleon, I know you have spent the weekend thinking that you were interviewing me, but I've actually been interviewing you. For a long time, I've had a project that I believe could be a monumental, world-changing project. And I've been looking for a writer I believe might just be the person to do it. And I think you might be that person. I believe that every single person on that right now that is hugely successful, I don't mean ordinary success, I mean massively successful. Most of them, I know them all." He said, "I know them all. Most of them have zero idea why it is they, among other men or women, should be so highly successful. They don't really know how it happened. Many of them think they were just in the right place at the right time, or it was circumstances, or the market shifted, but I know that it's more than that. I know that it is a combination of things that produces a level of success of that magnitude. I myself have enjoyed that success, and I know some of the things that I believe produce that kind of success, but it needs to be studied. Somebody who would work with and study these people, study their habits, study their decision-making skills, study how they make decisions about what they will or will not create, how they treat people, what time they get up in the morning, and to begin to see the patterns that are lived by that produces huge success. Study it not just for a year or 5 years. I believe that person would need to be a student of this for 20 years. And then you would really see the inner patterns of what produces success like that. Then write a book about it and make it available to any person who wants to have that kind of success in their life. And he said, "So for this, I'm inviting you to take this project on. I've been looking for a while. I believe you may be the guy, so I'm going to make you an offer. That you study, I have a Rolodex, I will write letters of introduction, I will make sure that Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and he named Firestone, he named many, many, many names, you will have access to them. You can visit them again and again and again, and you will study how they do things in their life that produce success. Good to know them, codify that, take notes on it, study it. And after 20 years, write a book on it." So I have a question for you. Are you willing to commit 20 years of your life to this study, for which I will not pay you one dime? But I promise you this, if you study success, you will not be able to keep yourself from having greater and greater success yourself. Would you be willing to devote 20 years of your life to the study of success, for which I will not pay you a dime other than opening the door to meet the people that are wildly successful? Now, what Andrew Carnegie was doing, and Napoleon Hill had no idea he was doing, here's Napoleon Hill, a picture of him, about 10 years after. Andrew Carnegie had a stopwatch in his hand under the desk. And he did not hit the go button until he issued the question, "Would you be willing?" He told him, "I will not pay you a dime. I promise you, though, if you study success, you will not be able to keep success from you. You will have wild success. Are you willing to do that? Make a commitment to 20 years of study. Put yourself in that chair. You've got a young wife. The only way you know to make money is to sell articles, and it's a hand-to-mouth life you've been living. And you're going to make a commitment to work for no income for 20 years. And the question is in your hands now. What Napoleon Hill doesn't know, of course, is that the stopwatch is going. He also doesn't know that Andrew Carnegie has already pre-decided that if Napoleon Hill takes more than 60 seconds to make his decision, even if he says yes at 61 or 2 seconds, the offer's off the table. Because one of the things Andrew Carnegie knew about successful people was when they saw a good opportunity, they said yes. And they didn't spend a long time thinking about it. Successful people make decisions quickly. Is it expansive? Is it contractive? And they make a decision and another decision. And Napoleon Hill sat there, contemplated for some seconds. And at 33 seconds into the 60, he said, "Yes, you have my full commitment." And Andrew Carnegie said, "Good. Then here's your first step. I'll be preparing the letters. You and I will be having more meetings, getting you going on this project. In the meantime, for the next, I don't remember if it was 30 days or 90 days, I want you to do this. And I want you to start tonight. When you go home, I want you to go to the mirror. I want you to look yourself in the eyes in the mirror. And I want you to say, and say it out loud, Andrew Carnegie, I shall not only match your achievements in life, but I will meet you at the post and I will pass you at the grandstand." That's a horse racing term. The post is the beginning of the final stretch. Here's the wealthiest man in the whole world. And Napoleon Hill, all he knows is struggle financially. Vastly different worlds. And yet Napoleon Hill is supposed to look himself in the eye and say, "No, Andrew Carnegie, not only am I going to match your achievements, being as successful as you, I'll meet that success at the post before the final stretch of my life. And I will pass your success at the goal line." Now, there's no thing in Napoleon Hill that believes that's possible. There's no evidence in the world that it's true. Andrew Carnegie didn't care about that. He said, "Go do this." And because Andrew Carnegie was forceful, he was also now a new mentor to Napoleon Hill, and he'd made this agreement, he did as he was told to do. And he went home and he started saying this, and he was told to do it 3 times a day. And he would write later that at first he just felt like a fraud, a phony. He didn't want anybody to hear him saying these words. But he would do it anyway. He did it anyway. And he said, the honest thing happened. Somewhere between the second and the third week, he was walking down the street, not thinking about any of this, and all of a sudden a thought crossed his mind, well, it could happen. Where did that come from? The subconscious knows no difference between something real, what we would call real, or something vividly imagined. And it goes to work immediately upon it. Well, it could happen. As it turned out, Andrew Carnegie helped individuals, about 1,000 individuals, become millionaires. Napoleon Hill, with his work in Think and Grow Rich, there are tens of thousands of millionaires who attribute their success to following the pattern that Napoleon Hill codified and wrote about. Now, most of those people didn't just have the pattern, they had mentors. They had people who helped them stay inside the pattern, in the lanes of that pattern. So for a moment, just take a look at the words. I shall not only match your achievements in life, but I'll meet you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. The words set up the possibility. The action grounds the possibility. You're going to have to take some steps you're not used to taking. Ordinary steps are going to produce a continued ordinary life. You heard Les Brown say in the video on destiny, if you're going to follow your destiny, you're going to have to be unreasonable. What are you being unreasonable to? Common error thinking. That's all you're being unreasonable to. And many of us want to go forward, but we let ourselves stay stuck.
Okay, let's take another deep breath here as we come to the end of this video. I hope this clip served you today. And if you know anyone that is going through tough times or anyone who could benefit from this, go ahead and help them. This is all free. Go ahead and help them. Invite them. Share the video with them. And rather than spreading fear and contraction and panic, let's each instead be a part of what lifts us up. Let's give what we can give. Let's spread hope. Let's spread compassion. Let's spread peace and calm, health and love. And so here we are today. You have many choices about where you spent your time. I'm grateful you were here, and I hope for you that you, as people come to mind, that you help them with what you can in the ways that you can only do that. And also, if this is helpful to you, go ahead and share it. It's free for me, and I'm happy to give it away. So becoming a brave thinker, and staying in these higher levels of vibration, we actually become part of the solution instead of part of the problem. It's easy to have the ain't it awful conversation. But as a brave thinker, you're turning now to a different way of being, even in very difficult times. And it makes all the difference. And now, if you would love even more support in embodying brave thinking in these challenging times, I have a gift for you. Click below, and you're going to have an opportunity to receive from me 30 days of daily videos from me for 30 days, helping you stay in a mindset of uplifting thoughts, choosing that day what you can do. I will give you a 5-minute personalized video for you for that specific day of this 30-day program in learning how to establish a set point in your normal thought pattern of being a brave thinker instead of dealing with everything coming at you. You will get through this time, but who you become at the end of this and what your conditions are and whether you've grown to this time or just barely gritted your teeth to get through it will have everything to do with your thinking. So my gift to you is 30 days of training. It just takes 5 minutes in the morning. You're going to have a mindset on anyway. You don't get to not think. Why not think from a vibration that actually takes you where you want to go instead of just barely getting by and reacting to the circumstances we have? So for the next 30 days, I'll send you a 3 to 5 minute video, simple, highly effective steps that you can apply that day to making that day the best day you can have, even in the midst of difficult times. There's no sales pitch in this. There's no hook. It's just a gift from me. And I'm happy to do it at this time particularly. So it's something I've been helping clients with for many, many decades. And I'm just giving it away now. So I'm happy to do that. And I hope you will avail yourself of it. And then if you want to give it to somebody else, feel free to do that right now. That's what we're doing. So, and you can leave any question you want in the comment section below. So I love hearing from you. Did you enjoy this? What helped you? What would you like more of? How you doing right now? What else can I help you with? So until tomorrow, feel a big, big hug from Mary Morrissey.